Hey there, welcome to LSAT Demon Daily. I'm Ben Olson, that's Nathan Fox. We're the founders of LSATdemon.com and our weekly podcast, Thinking LSAT. We have an email here from N.
Hey, Ben and Nathan. I'm writing because I don't know what to do with my studies anymore. I have been studying for the LSAT now for almost 2 years and have not seen any notable improvement. I started with a 140 and my most recent practice test was a 157.
That's 17 points. It's not nothing.
Yeah, that's maybe you're selling yourself short. Boy, that's bad self-talk there.
Yeah.
It is not true that you have studied for almost 2 years and have not seen any notable improvement. That is very notable improvement. 140 is do not go to law school under any circumstances. 157 is probably start getting scholarships at schools like Golden Gate, Southwestern in Los Angeles. I don't know, regional schools in your area that you think would give a scholarship to a 157?
Yeah, maybe American.
Okay.
Catholic. Yeah, I don't know.
So I get it that you're disappointed, but talking yourself into the idea that you have not seen any improvement. Anyway, I feel like I've put so much effort in, and for the past few months, I thought I was understanding so much more. Reading comp was becoming more interesting and easier to read. I was actually having fun with the games, and LR seemed much clearer to me. I was convinced that I could do really well on this test and kept pushing myself. But my last PT has really got me asking myself if this is all I am capable of. A few times last year, I thought about walking away from the test out of frustration with my stagnant scores, but every time I tried to quit, I couldn't do it. I kept getting pulled back into this test. I love the LSAT and the law, but I'm reaching a point where I'm questioning whether my love and passion for it is enough. I don't know if I can make this decision without reaching out. I'm at a loss and I'm so upset with myself. How do I know when I should just walk away?
Okay, I have two thoughts right now. One is it sounds like this correspondent is putting a lot of weight into each practice test. Like it sounds like, right? What did this person say? I was convinced that I could do really well on this test and kept pushing myself.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
But my last PT has really got me asking myself if this is all I am capable of. I agree with you, Ben. I think that they're like taking each test way too seriously.
Yeah, like they're doing a bunch of drilling and then they're like, okay, now I'm going to go take a test. I was convinced I could do. One. Yeah, like, okay, now I'm going to actually do a practice test and I'm going to see how well I can do on it. Are you doing individual time sections between practice tests? Are you just taking practice tests and realizing that they're just another practice test? They're just like drilling, but in a practice test format? Like, what's going on here? Are you putting too much weight into that? My second thought is, I wonder if this person could be eligible for accommodations. Maybe they've been studying for so long and not seeing the progress they need because they actually need some extra time and they have some undiagnosed learning difference. I have no idea.
As far as I know, can you think of anyone who has been denied accommodations?
Not in recent memory.
No. These days, I think that if you ask for accommodation, there are so many qualifying things that I do think you can get accommodated. I mean, almost anybody I think can get accommodated.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that doesn't apply to you. I have no idea. But some people, right, they don't know that they have some sort of learning difference until they go and get evaluated.
Yeah, possible. Certainly possible. Putting that issue aside, I mean, if you have an undiagnosed learning difference that could get you 53 minutes a section, it is obvious that 53 minutes a section would immediately boost your scores, probably by 8 points, something like that.
Yeah,
like it's just instant, just bang. Like here's your accommodations. That could be, by the way, one of the reasons why scores have increased so much lately is that, we haven't seen updated information on how many people are getting accommodations.
Yeah, that's true. They used to report that data. They're not reporting.
Well, they report it. Yeah, it's like periodically, but like the periods are long. They just that seems like they should report it every single year or every single test.
Yeah,
because that's information that we would like to know. But anyway, you probably could get accommodated if you got a doctor to say, hey, yes, so-and-so needs extra time for whatever reason.
Yep.
stop taking every single practice test so seriously. You need to understand that you've got a range. You probably have a wide range of possible outcomes on your practice test scores. And variance is your friend because law schools only care about the highest one. So your most recent PT was 157, and that's disappointing. That makes me think that you probably have scored higher than that on some PTs. Otherwise, why would you be disappointed? And you need to remember that the only the high one is actually going to count. So take your practice tests seriously, review them thoroughly, do work in between practice tests, but take practice tests regularly, right? Like if this is a situation where it's like you did your diagnostic, studied for 2 years and then took a practice test. I mean, that's not a good idea. You should be taking a practice test every month or divide it up into sections and take one section today, another section tomorrow, another section the day before that, and then add up your score. That's fine. But like, we usually ask for one section of each type per week, right? So one test per week.
Mm-hmm.
And take your scores seriously, write them all down, put them in a spreadsheet, or if you're with the Demon, they're just automatically in your score history. And then notice that there's a big range and you're going to be fluctuating just wildly within that range. And so any one data point just doesn't really tell you very much.
Yeah.
It might expand your range one way or the other, but it doesn't really just doesn't mean shit. The only thing that means anything, when you said you're having fun, you say you love the LSAT, you say reading comp is becoming interesting, you're having fun with the games, LR seems clearer. Yeah, because you're understanding the test better. Eventually that will translate into a better practice test score. But if you're the type of person who's going to get so devastated by one bad PT, then I don't know, you might reconsider whether you've got a thick enough skin to be a lawyer in the first place. Anything else?
No, thanks for writing in. I think loving the LSAT is a good sign. Loving the law is a good sign. You might want to look at how you're reviewing too. Like so many people spend a long time studying for the LSAT because they're not reviewing the way they should review. It's passive. It's too passive. It's too just accepting of the explanation, not enough grappling with it, trying to figure it out on your own. Trying to find out why someone wrote something in the explanation and unpacking it yourself.
You just have to push back, like write a question to the ask button in the Demon. Like let our team of tutors bring that to life for you so that you can really understand it. Once you understand it, then it's going to, every subsequent LSAT, you're likely to run across issues like that and you're just going to understand it now. But if you just like read the explanation, your eyes are glazed over, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Okay. I get it. Yeah, it's D. I get it. You don't get it. You've got to just acknowledge like the places where you're confused. You got to say, no, I insist on understanding this. Mm-hmm. So come to class, ask me a question, ask Ben a question. The very best, the people who are going to improve the most are the ones who are willing to like slow down the proceedings, raise hand in Zoom, raise hand feature. Yep. We call on you, you ask a question, and it's usually something that's like pretty simple. And once we can like reveal that to you, then you go, oh, that's all that. Oh, I see. And you feel so much better about it.
Yeah.
Ask questions. All right. Thanks. And email daily@lsatdemon.com if you'd like to ask us a question or share some LSAT or law school admissions news. Thanks for listening.